has been cut. But you can choose to go to the original Vegas, or you can go to CSI New York. Which one would you go to, and for what reason?
I would have to say CSI New York, and this is why. I love Gary Sinise. I love New York. I would like to go there. And I think that they are by far on the best lot in Hollywood. We had, all of us went out to dinner last night, the actors at the festival, well, a large group of us, and we all collectively said that CBS Radford lot, where they shoot, is by far the best lot. So that would be great. Be nice work environment.
Cool.
Hi. What can you tell about your upcoming movie, Barry Monday?
Oh, is Barry Monday coming out? I didn't know. Let's see. Funny, very funny, great cast, and Patrick Wilson is an unbelievable actor. Yeah, I really admire him as a person. I think he is very solid. He is no funny ego, no funny business about him at all, and truly, truly talented. He should work all the time.
So, what do you do when you're not working? How do you get your mind away from all the crap stuff?
I spend, I think one of the nicest things about living in California is the landscape. And I spend most of my time outside. I'm always working on a house, so I'll always be going to visit and see how it's coming along, and going to get supplies or pick supplies or paint. And then I spend a lot of time cycling. In fact, I went cycling right before I came here, went on a very long ride, and forgot my gloves. And unfortunately, I burnt my hands, and so my hands are peeling, and every time I go to sign autographs, I look down and I think, oh, this is so bad. But putting steam on them, it's still burnt.
Sorry, just to follow up on the cycling question. What kind of cycling is it? Is it a mountain bike or a racing bike?
I have three. I have a road bike, mountain bike, and a cruiser. So I run all of my errands on the cruiser. And this big long ride was a road bike. The mountain biking, I have been hurt several times and shown up at work with a limp, which I then get a talking to about I'm not allowed to do things like this. So I've cut back on that bit.
Emily, I read some reviews, and it's obvious that the South is where your heart is. And I was wondering, when you started out as an actress, was your Southern upbringing ever a reason for people to pigeonhole you, being the Southern girl and all?
I had a very difficult time, just because our way of life is different, I think, from Los Angeles, and so I was very conservative, and I think my skin was very thin, so I've had to toughen up quite a bit. I had no idea that was going to happen, and I did not work easily because I had an accent, and I tried very hard to get rid of it, and I don't hear it, so I decided at one point that I was going to stop acting, and went and I was doing social work mainly as my job, and the West Wing opportunity came around, and the character was originally from Montana, so, but I read her, and she read so Southern, and I thought, I'm just going to go in there, I've got nothing to lose, I'm going to do this with my full accent. And I remember after the audition, Aaron Sorkin came up to me and he said, Emily, did you realize that she's from Montana? And I said, I did, but I don't know how to do this character unless she's Southern. And then he was nice enough to make her from North Carolina. And then fortunately, in the way that sometimes things go like that, it's ended up working for me.
Alors, selon vous, quel a été le tournant de votre carrière, en fait, le rôle qui vous a permis de vous imposer comme une actrice de premier plan, soit à la télé ou au cinéma?
So, according to you, what was the switching part, the one which permitted you famous actress, be it on TV or in the movies?
I would think for me personally, where I really started to feel like I was living as an actress and capable of doing a decent job was a movie for HBO called Breastmen with Chris Cooper. And I just really loved doing that movie. It was a big stretch for me in terms of leaving behind my roots and being less conservative, and also just having, they had a lot of famous people in line for the part, and the director ended up choosing me, so it gave me a great deal of confidence. For the public, I think it was West Wing, and even last night someone said, oh, I didn't know you had a job before West Wing, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've worked for 6 years before that show even happened. So that's probably publicly my first big accomplishment.
So do you feel big pressure to look good all the time? Because
yes.
You're the leading lady of this series, and like Melina is a former beauty queen and stuff, so how do you keep looking so gorgeous?
Oh, bless you for saying that. It is, I have to say, this is the thing that literally keeps me up at night. I woke up 2 nights ago in the middle of the night and had signed all these pictures going into the hotel. And in every one, I have some sort of a weird smile, I have a weird expression, my makeup looks horrible, I'm shiny. And I woke up and I was like, I've got to get it together. And I mean, I think this is something that we all struggle with. I think most people are kind of, you know, as an adult, you just think, oh, I wish that I could, you know, feel more confident about this or feel better about myself in this way. And so I always try to be very honest about that question, because I think there is extraordinary pressure in Hollywood for people to be unrealistically thin, unrealistically together. And to me, that's not what's interesting about being human. I miss looking at imperfection. When I was a little girl, I would love to go to the movies and look at all of those gorgeous faces, and I miss what made people unique. So I try and tell myself that weird smile or that shine is just me being me, but it still feels bad.
But we are never going to see you do plastic surgery.
I hope not. I really hope not. I attempted to have a scar filled into my lip, and it was a disaster. So I hope not. So far.
Hi, Emily. My name is Nina from Sweden. You are my definitely favorite character in CSI. And I'm a little bit late now, and I might be repeating the question, but do you think that you should make an impression of Horatio Kane, how he acts, you know, like with his glasses and everything? Do you think you can do that?
Well, you know, he does it so much better. I don't really know what I would do except, you know, take the glasses on and off.
I say like, oh, this is a case.
Well, you know, in real life he's not like that. You know, the one thing that I have to say about that affectation is that everybody talks about it. And in some ways, I think that it was the smartest thing he could have done.
Oh yeah, it's a cool thing for us CSI fans.
Yeah, and no one feels neutral about it. People either think it's great or they hate it.
No, I love it. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, last question over there.
Bonjour, Cathy Franc, magazine Paris, à Paris donc. Alors en attendant que vous trouviez le prince charmant, comment va votre amoureux Kevin le chat?
Okay, so this girl is working for a Parisian magazine, and she's asking, before finding Prince Charming, how is your lover, Kevin the cat?
Oh, my first love. I did. I love him. He is 17. I think he looks very sexy. He he did not feel good this year. He had to go into the hospital, and the producers and the crew were nice enough to let me leave my phone on during a scene, and it rang mid-scene, and nobody said anything, and everyone was like, I was kidding. But he's fine, and he's very happy.
Well, thank you very much.
This is it.
Thank you so much.